Okay, so we're coming up to the moment of truth here. What's happened is, on the MCP, I had to pull it all apart again. I'll pull it out. And as you'll see on this diagram here, I was supposed to have the right ephes. If you have twin epheses and an MCP, the output from the second ephes has to go down and connect to your pedestal panels, which are here. So, the light and flood and cabin USB connector, which is in turn connected with power through their power supply, which is polarity sensitive, so you cannot use another power supply. And then that in turn should set up the daisy chain, because the daisy chain comes from that ephes down to the flood and cabin unit on the far left hand corner here, bottom left hand corner, and that in turn is then daisy chained to each of these other radios, including the fire handles. So I am just about to start up ProSim, which has the driver already loaded to it for the ephes, the MCP and the epheses. So that in turn should fire up all my radios. So we're going to see for the first time whether it actually happens or not. Fingers crossed. So I'll start up my ProSim. So that's all good. Now I'll start up my MCP, which is fired up fine. Oh, look at that. The radios are alive. So Paolo was correct that it has to go through that setup. So now if I get rid of that and I bring up my pedestal panel with ProSim, and I can see that it is saying that it's connected properly, so that all looks good. You don't actually have to go through and start up my prepared, but I will have a look and see if these are all functional. So yes, I can change that. That's functional. That's functional. All looks correct. ACPs don't look to be on. Don't know what's going on there. Could be also. Oh, there's the panel brightness selector. Stab trim normal. Cabin door is saying it's locked. So they are functional. As you can see, the lights are on for VHF1. That's our weather radar setup, and our cargo setup as well. So there you go, the CP Flight radio system does work, but it does have to be directly connected to your MCP. So I'm extremely happy about that. What I do need to do now is find myself my last DIN cable, which goes from that connector panel up to my fire handle, so I can do a fire handle test. So I'll just close this for the moment. I'll go and find that cable, connect it up, and then we'll give the fire handles a test. Okay, so I found my cable, I've connected it up, and now we're going to give it another try. So we start up our ProSim. Start up the MCP. And voila! We have a fire handle working. Or at least lighting up. We should turn our audio on to see if the bells go off. Fire warning handle. Fire test might be a bit more difficult to do than I think. All the lights are lighting up, and the handles, let's just check them. Okay, so all our warning lights look good. Engine test, overheat detection test. Our handles have to be depressed. Okay. So it looks to be that that is fine. So for anybody else who has the CP Flight complement of radios and gear, as I say, you'll have to make sure that you connect it through your MCP. I'll just show you the rudder trim is actually operational. Don't know if you can see that little gauge moving to the left. If I put it to the right, you'll notice it comes back to the 0 mark and then over to the right hand side. Unfortunately, I can't test the aileron movement at the moment, left and right, because I don't have the actual aircraft running. But the next time I do a test, I'll be going through all that and making sure that's operational as well. So that's been a good morning spent with some good communications through Paolo at CP Flight. I'll give him the thumbs up 100% for his dedication and getting back to me as soon as possible to sort out my problems. So I highly recommend CP Flight gear. Okay then, that's it. I'll get this on the net now. That's all for now. Bye.